All right, folks, Professor Manu Ampim here, and I just want to give a brief overview of the information session this weekend on Sunday the 16th about the educational tours, the classical Africa educational tours to Kemet, or so-called ancient Egypt, for 2 weeks in June, and then also 2 weeks in Ethiopia. Let me share with you the information so that you have it. I know some of you are interested and I wanted to make sure you got the information. So this is the Classical Africa Educational Tour series that I've been leading tours in now for decades. And let me just share with you the details. So for this Sunday, we'll have the Kemet information session first. And we'll cover all of the tour details. Anything that someone wants to know, we'll cover it during the information session because as we close in on June 7th, when the tour starts, we want to make sure everybody's in place. And so then after that tour, and I'll show you the registration page as well. Then after that tour, which is June 7th through the 21st, we'll cover that in the information session. Then the second part of the session on Sunday the 16th will be on Ethiopia. Now, these tours, we go to 25% more locations than any other educational tour. More locations, more monuments, more sites, more villages, at least 25% more. And so we're going to cover those particular details during the info session. And before I go to another page, so we'll just show you the brochure. All of this is gonna be in the link below. So you have the registration link as well as the brochures for both tours. And you'll know, something you should know, things are definitely changing in Kemet. It's more strict on what you can do. So they're tightening up on a lot of things that we used to be able to do in the past. So if you have an interest, you want to make sure that you put it on the calendar and on the agenda. Someday is not on the calendar, or one day is not on the calendar. You have to make it happen. So this is the tour for the Kemet trip. We're going to cover all of the details as I mentioned. So you'll know how everything works. You'll be able to register if you would like to at the info session or shortly afterwards. And then we have the full itinerary here, um, and all of those other details. So that's Kemet. And let me scroll down and show you the Ethiopia brochure as well. So our group is still, we have a few weeks before we have to call it a day on registering for the Kemet tour. We have a little bit longer for Ethiopia. So in Ethiopia, it's a unique 16-day tour, which we'll cover because we have a lot of places that we go, not only in the north, the northern area, but also in the Omo Valley, in the south, in the special region with the remote groups. And also, there's different themes that we have for all of the tours. So these are some of the details. I'll show you the brochure. And then one other thing. So more locations, more monuments, more remote villages than any other educational tour, at least 25% more. Okay, so everything is covered. And if you want to know the details, then come on out and join us on the 16th. It is Sunday, and we'll cover the entire itinerary as well. And I also posted a little bit on Facebook. I wanted to make sure we didn't leave anybody out on YouTube. So the Facebook group has these details. I posted some of the photos of what the experience is like on the educational tour. So, I mean, they're building for eternity. So you see many large monuments like this, and we're in very special areas. So anyway, this is some of the details, and we're meeting with elders, chiefs, heroes, and a number of different groups. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you. And I'm going to put the links there. Will be in the description and then you'll be able to make a decision if you want to join us for the info sessions this Sunday the 16th. So the Kemet one is first. That'll be 45 minutes. If you're on the East Coast, you see the time. If you're in the UK, or if you're here on the West Coast. So after the Kemet tour, beginning at 1 on the West Coast, and then 45 minutes. And after that will be the second one for Ethiopia. So that's what it is. All you're going to do is click on the link, and then you could simply register. As soon as you register, a specific you'll get a specific link to the Zoom session. So that's it. All right. So if you have an interest, then then join us this Sunday, and we'll see you there. Professor Manu, Ampim.